So as you know, I've said in the past, I love my Bose Micro Bluetooth wireless speaker. And so Bose came out with the Bose SoundLink Flex. This is kind of a between the Bose Micro and the Bose SoundLink speakers. And so I got it, and we're gonna quickly do an unboxing and first impressions. So stay tuned. So let's get through the real quick specs of this device. This has an IP67 water and dust resistance. That means that you can take this out to the pool, you can take it out to the work site, anything like that. You can go camping with this and it should be fine when it comes to that. Also, this has Bluetooth 4.2. I wish it had Bluetooth 5.0, 5.1, 5.2, but it sadly only has Bluetooth 4.2. Let's see here. Clear, deep, powerful sound. So Bose, at least in my opinion, has had really good sound reproduction, and so this is supposed to give you that really good Bose signature sound in a small package. This is supposed to have a speakerphone, so you can take calls with this, unlike, let's say, your JBL Charge 5 and Flip 5 or 6. I forgot which one we're on now. I think it's 5. But this is supposed to have speakerphone capability, so you can answer calls, you can take calls, stuff like that. Syncs with other Bose speakers, so it has an accompanying Bose app that you can pair this and other speakers in that app, and then it should be able to pair along with those, so you do stereo pairing, stuff like that. Very similar to what JBL does with their Party Boost mode, Sony does with their multi-speaker system and all that. And finally, up to 12 hours per charge. So even though it is a small speaker from what we can see in the box, it is supposed to have 12 hours per charge. This uses USB Type-C charging. So unlike the Bose Micro, Bose Revolve 1 and 2, I guess, this uses USB Type-C to charge, which is a plus in my opinion. So let's go ahead and just quickly unbox this. Okay, so you have some quick little pull tabs here, so no need for a knife, so we'll just quickly pull that, put that here, and pull this, and there you go, move that there, and then it should just be a little opening just like that. So we'll just take that out, and the first thing we see is the speaker itself. A very nice looking speaker in this kind of plastic, so we'll have to take that out. So let's go ahead and take this out. It's almost like a candy bar in a sense, but so here is the Bose speaker. It's a good size. I'd say the Bose Micro is about half this size right here, but it is not super large, and it's not that heavy. I mean, it does have some heft, but it's not that heavy, so you can throw it in your backpack if you want. It's about the weight of, let's say, the Flip 5. I do like the weight and the size of the speaker, and it does look very nice. And this is again supposed to be pretty durable, so you do have some hard silicone plastic on the edges here, and then where the speaker grill is, you do have kind of a plastic, almost metal speaker grill right here. And then on the back you do have a speaker grill here for the bass port, or the bass radiators are right here, located here, so it should be able to give you some good bass. And then again up top here, if you can see it, we do have your power button, and we have your volume down, volume up, and your Bluetooth button to pair multiple Bluetooth devices. I believe Bose says that it can pair up to 8 Bluetooth devices to one speaker, so you can do kind of a party mode. And then you do have your multi-function button here as well, so that would be for play, pause, move track, stuff like that. There's that. Let's see what else comes in the box. You do get some paperwork right here, some let's get started, and then your warranty guide as well. And then you do get a pretty short USB-A to USB-C cable. And then other than that, that is it in the box. So not a whole lot going on in the box, but we'll just move this box to the side. On the side here is the USB-C charging. So I'm going to plug this into the USB-C charging, so it kind of gives it some power. And of course you have the little I guess hold. You can hold it like that. You can connect it to a carabiner, connect it to your backpack, something like that. So you do have that. And so now it should be charging. Well, I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and turn this on.
Battery 20%.
There we go.
Ready to connect.
So it's ready to
Start
connect.
setup. Download the Bose Connect app.
I have the Bose Connect app already, but if you don't have the Bose Connect app, you can get it through the iOS or the Google Play Store. As you can see, it is right here. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm just gonna press agree. Okay, so now it's ready to connect, and I have it set up. I already had a Bose, account. But if you don't, you can make one, or you can just skip that step. But now the speaker automatically shows up on here, so I'm just gonna click this, drag to connect. So I'm gonna drag it down, as you can see, and it should go ahead and start connecting right there. And then again, it already goes pair. So I'm gonna go ahead and pair this.
Connected to Matthews S21 Ultra.
Okay, so now it is connected to this device, and I'm gonna do continue because it already puts it in a language, and I've already got it on English, but you can change it and it does a bunch of different other languages. And then the next thing you can do is you can nickname it. I don't know if it will show right there. You can nickname it, so I'm just gonna keep it as Bose SoundLink. And I'm gonna do continue, and you can take a tour of it. I've already kind of told the specs, and we've gone through kind of the physical impressions of this, so I'll do this later. And just like that, you can almost there. If you want to discover more about your product, check the settings menu. So there is a settings menu in the top right corner if you're looking at the screen, and that will give you some kind of pointers on connection, voice prompts, user manual, stuff like that, auto off timer, which is really nice. So I've got this connected to the phone, and just through that, it's basically all ready to go. So, but through this, if you go through the settings, you click settings here, it tells me that my product is up to date, but right there, but I think that if it does have an update, it will tell you up there if there's an update available, so that's pretty cool as well. So other than that, we do have the party mode where you can connect two devices right here. This would be right here in the bottom left corner if you're staring at your phone, and you would connect that, and you can connect, it looks like a Bose Micro with this. You can connect two of these. You can connect a Bose SoundLink with this, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna listen to this real quick, listen to some of the music, and kind of give you my feedback. I'm not gonna do a sound test with this yet. However, possibly later on when I do the review of this product, I will do a sound test on this and let you guys kind of hear how it sounds compared to some of the other popular Bluetooth speakers. So let me test this real quick, and I'll come back and tell you kind of what I think, my first impressions of the sound quality of this device. Okay, so I've tested the Bose SoundLink Flex, and I've got to say this sounds really good. I think that it surprising amount of bass for the size, but it's not too much of bass. The vocals are really good. You can hear the vocals really well, crisp, clear, and so there's good separation between the vocals, the highs and the mids, and the bass right here as well. So that's also really good. I will say it sounds really good, and this would probably will probably overtake my favorite Bose Bluetooth speaker that I have. Previously, the Bose Micro was my favorite, but now I would have to say this is basically two Bose Micros put together, and you get this. So that's really cool. One thing that I do sadly am not a fan of is that there is no auxiliary port here, but that's not entirely surprising. I know JBL's kind of done away with their auxiliary ports with the flip and the charge, and I'm guessing the clip as well. And the Bose Micro didn't have an auxiliary port for plugging your phone or anything to it. And I believe, if I remember correctly, the Sony speaker doesn't have an auxiliary port as well, and then of course the Sonos speaker doesn't have one as well. So I think speakers like moving away from that auxiliary port, partially because phones nowadays don't have an auxiliary jack, so why put one in the speaker that the phone is supposed to connect with? So anyways, just a small little gripe there, but overall they sound is very clear. Some deep sound, especially in some music. I listen to some music, and then I help teach percussion, the pit, for a high school band, and I listened to the music for that they are playing for contest, and it sounded really good. I could hear each instrument, how it's supposed to be sounded. I could hear the bass drums, the multiple bass drums going down the pitches of the bass. The snare sounded pretty crisp and clear. I could hear the cymbal rolls, stuff like that as well. And you could hear the trumpets and the tubas and the clarinets and all them. So it sounded really, really good. When it comes to video on this, I watched a couple of YouTube videos to check of latency, audio and video latency, and I did not notice any audio or video latency with that. So that is really good that there wasn't any audio video latency, but that could be my phone. I do have an S21 Ultra that was connected to this, but I'm not sure about iPhones if there would be any latency there, but I would assume not. But if you do get this and you have an iPhone and you do notice some latency, or even if you have an iPhone and you notice no latency, if you would like to kind of comment down in the video comments and let me know, let everybody know if there's any audio video latency, that would be great for kind of other people who are maybe considering buying this who have an iPhone. That would be great for them, and we would really appreciate it. You can find this for $149.99 at Best Buy and on Bose's website. Overall, great little portable Bluetooth speaker. Thank you guys for watching. This has been my Bose SoundLink Flex unboxing, walkthrough, and first impressions of this. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, go ahead, subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified when I post another video. Until then, everyone, stay safe. Peace.